The restaurant fell silent the moment 12 broad-shouldered men in identical jackets marched in. Their presence was impossible to ignore. Trained eyes, disciplined posture, and a quiet intensity that filled the air. At the center of their attention sat a nervous CEO, his fork frozen midair. He had no idea why 12 ex-Marines had surrounded his dinner table. But neither did anyone else. What nobody expected was that the key to this tense moment lay in the hands of a quiet, single dad sitting 3 tables away, his story written not in words, but in ink on his skin. Daniel Hayes wasn't he supposed to be there? He had saved for weeks just to take his daughter, Emily, out for her birthday. A simple dinner. Nothing fancy, just a small steakhouse she loved because they gave kids free ice cream. Daniel was a veteran. A Marine once. But life had taken a sharp turn. His wife passed away young, leaving him to raise Emily alone. He worked 2 jobs: construction during the day, night shifts at the security firm. Most days, exhaustion was his shadow. But tonight, he promised himself, nothing would spoil her birthday. At least, that was the plan. Halfway through their meal, the atmosphere changed. 12 ex-Marines entered moving as one, surrounding the CEO's table. Patrons whispered. Some pulled out their phones. Others simply stared. Daniel noticed Emily's eyes widen. "Daddy, are they gonna hurt that man?" she whispered. Daniel shook his head, but truthfully he wasn't sure. He recognized the stance, the precision. These weren't just tough men, they were brothers in arms. And when men like that came together with purpose, it meant something. The CEO, a wealthy man known for his cold business deals, was visibly shaken. His guards tried to intervene, but the Marines didn't even flinch. Then one of them spoke. His voice carried the weight of sand, sweat, and years of battle. "You think you can buy loyalty, sir? You have no idea what true loyalty looks like." The room tensed. Knives and forks were set down. A storm was brewing. Daniel wanted to stay out of it. His daughter deserved a quiet night. But when one of the Marines shifted, Daniel caught sight of something, an insignia on the man's sleeve. The same unit Daniel once belonged to. The 3rd Battalion. Almost unconsciously, Daniel rolled up his own sleeve. Faded but clear, the tattoo stretched across his forearm, Semper Fidelis. Always faithful. But it wasn't just the motto. His tattoo carried the names of 5 fallen brothers, men who had sacrificed everything. "Daddy, your Marine tattoo." And that's when one of the ex-Marines noticed. His eyes locked on Daniel's ink, and in an instant, his entire demeanor changed. He tapped the shoulder of the man beside him, then another, until all 12 had turned. The CEO was forgotten. Every pair of eyes was fixed on Daniel. The leader of the group stepped forward. "That tattoo, where did you serve?" Daniel hesitated. "Fallujah. 2004. The man froze. His eyes glistened. You knew Corporal Reyes?" Daniel's throat tightened. Memories flooded back: dust, fire, chaos. And Reyes, the man who saved Daniel's life by giving his own. He slowly nodded. "He was my brother." The room grew still. The ex-Marines removed their caps, bowing their heads. Some whispered prayers. The leader's voice broke. "Reyes was my cousin. We came here tonight for answers, for respect. But seeing your tattoo, it reminded us. Respect isn't demanded. It's lived. It's carried in the sacrifices we never forget." Scene 5, The Revelation. The CEO, shaken and pale, tried to speak. I don't understand. The Marine leader turned to him. You sit on millions, but you treat veterans like they're invisible. We came here to confront you. To make you see. But this man, this single dad, who has nothing but his daughter and the memory of his brothers, he just showed us what real wealth looks like. Daniel shifted uncomfortably, but Emily's small hand squeezed his. Her eyes sparkled with pride. For the first time in years, he didn't feel invisible. The Marine saluted Daniel. One by one. 12 hardened men, honoring a quiet father who had given everything and asked for nothing. The entire restaurant stood and applauded. Not for the CEO. Not for the spectacle. But for the reminder that courage and sacrifice don't fade, they live on in those who carry them. Daniel's eyes burned with tears. For so long, he had struggled in silence, believing his service and sacrifice had been forgotten. But in that moment, surrounded by brothers, by strangers who now understood, he felt seen. Emily whispered, "Daddy, you're my hero." And for Daniel, that was the only medal he ever needed. Ending, uplifting message. The Marines left quietly, their mission changed. The CEO sat humbled, unable to buy his way out of the truth he'd just witnessed. Daniel paid for the dinner with what little he had, but when he walked out with Emily's hand in his, he carried something priceless: honor, respect, and a reminder that the bonds of service never truly break. Sometimes, the loudest message doesn't come from power, wealth, or numbers. It comes from the silent ink on a weary arm, the kind that tells a story of sacrifice, loyalty, and love that never dies.